What's good, y'all? Y'all already know what it is. It's that nerd named Biz. And y'all know I've been trying to do this podcasting thing for a minute, but today I am joined by the legend himself, and we are starting a brand new podcast. But I can't speak on his greatness, so I'm going to let him introduce himself, man. Let him know who you is, bro.
All right, well, listen, you already know what time it is. It's Ozzyoz the Vyrus, and we are now on the This Shit Isn't Easy podcast. This is something that I feel is very important for people, especially in this generation to hear, like, or of any generation, you know, like whenever you get into business, whenever you do something that you love, it's not easy. And as a graphic designer, as an artist and an entrepreneur, we just wanted to put together a dope podcast that shows all of that. And I'm here with one of the most talented, intelligent, smart, I damn near call him a human AI individuals I know, that nerd named Biz.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's good? Look, as soon as he told me about the idea for the podcast, I was like, one thing I got in this game is a lot of badges because I done it all, man. I done a lot of jobs. If you know me, you know that that's true. So the idea of really breaking down that, like, this shit isn't easy, you know, pulling off this entrepreneur shit. If you don't really, like, know what you're doing and you don't have structures, systems, people to rely on, any of that, this shit is not easy. But we make this podcast, you know, because over the last year we've been working together here at Vyrus Graphics, Vyrus Studios, just getting the whole company kind of stabilized, organized, and just, you know, working with a great team of people. And we started realizing that a lot of the stories that are behind the scenes need to be told just as much as the victories and the flowers are. So that's what this podcast is all about. Now, we also gonna talk, you know, about the little aspects that go into it, like, you know, like video editing, photography, social media, marketing. But, you know, at the same time, we gonna talk pop culture, because y'all see us, we nerds. Like, we not gonna not talk about what got us here.
Got to, man. But listen, the topics we have today, we're gonna talk about TikTok. We already know it's a big thing going on, the TikTok ban. What does that mean for social media? What does that mean for creators? Now, as of this recording, it's back on, but there's some valuable lessons that I feel every creator, business owner needs to learn from this. So we're gonna tap into that. I also feel it's important to talk about AI, because as an artist, you know, I had one opinion on it, and as a creator, I have another opinion on it. So it's, you know, a little contradicting, but I'm gonna give my takes on it. We're gonna speak because I know you're an avid user of AI.
I'm an avid user.
Exactly.
Avid.
There you go. And the last big topic is just, you know, what we're currently doing in the business, what you guys should expect from us, what's to come, what we're working on, and just how we plan out for this year to go. You know, I appreciate everybody that's been supporting throughout the year. So it's just very important for y'all to be in tune with what we got going on, what we're pushing and what we're working on. So that's our topips.
I agree.
All right.
I think the only we're gonna add one little topic. You know, we gotta talk about the new Presidente. We gotta talk about El Presidente, bro. Like,
my boy,
this is a big deal. This is a moment in history. This is a moment in history. You know, I would have argued this was an impossible feat, but, you know, we gonna talk about it.
We gonna talk. We gonna talk.
This is that nerd named Biz, and we not gonna not talk about what got us here.
Keep it all buck with you. This shit is not easy, bro.
All right, so let's get into it. TikTok.
You want to talk about it first, or want me to talk about it first, or what you want to?
Go, jump.
All right, like, let's be real. TikTok should have never been banned in the first place.
Okay.
Like, even if there are Chinese spies in a Singaporean country that is in no way owned by China, aren't there spies in everything of every aspect of every part of life? Like, y'all tell me y'all don't think the CIA is on Instagram?
But you know what it is. The U.S. wants to be able to control it.
You can't control spies. That's the whole point of being a spy. Like,
but you heard what Donnie said. He basically said it's a joint venture. We'll let them live as long as we'll let them be alive as long as they give us half the control. It's a control thing. It's
it's weird to me to watch a country that buys everything from overseas, where the best car on the market, hands down, is a Honda Accord, not American. But we sitting here trying to debate the inner politics of having social media only controlled by Americans. Like, why don't we let the Chinese come in so you have to make a better product? Like,
I'm just mad that an app is more of an uproar in a situation to the whole United States rather than these other issues. But I'm not someone who is, you know, too into a lot of everything that's going on. I just know what I know, and I only care about what affects, you know, what's going on in my circle and what I got going on, as ignorant as that may sound. But that's just what I choose to tune into because it's my everyday life. But it's just, you know, crazy. But I also, you know, want to say a couple of points. I feel that this ban or this temporary 12-hour shutdown or whatever you want to call it, I think it's an important lesson for a lot of brands and creators. And if I'm gonna be super honest, if you panicked, if you stressed out, it's not that you don't have the right to stress and you shouldn't have, but you need to learn from this. Like, this is a learning lesson for a lot of people who are so-called brand and creators. We do this for fun, but when you do this for real, like this is like what you really do, you should never have all your eggs in one basket on one platform.
Absolutely.
And you should always have your own website. You should always have an email listing of anybody that supports you, purchases from you. So whenever these apps fail and, we can't rely on them or their platforms to take care of us, we still have somewhere to reach our following,
Yeah. And it's just, it takes me back to when we really first started working together a year ago. And I was really like telling you about the importance of us creating that list like internally with like Vyrus, because I kept thinking, we don't know what's going to happen, especially with how we make content. Some of our content at any point we know could possibly get us shut down.
Yeah.
And with that being said, we got to take the steps necessary to ensure that the people who do rock with us can still be able to get to us. And that's where, really putting the work in on the website that we saw last year with us was like super important, because I always felt like there is a chance that one day they could wake up and be like, hey, we don't want YouTube anymore. Hey, we don't want Instagram no more. We don't want TikTok. You know what? Social media as a whole, we feel like is a negative thing. So we're taking the whole thing down. And we don't know that if they will or won't do that, but there's always the chance they could do it. And with that being out there, I just feel like it's always smart to hedge your bets by just being aware. Like, look over the last 10 years, how many social media sites we've seen either taken down due to a lack of consumers or just taken down in general due to the fact of, like, it just wasn't a good site. Like, people just didn't bump with it. So any reason could be the reason why your site doesn't make it, but you shouldn't let that stop you connecting with customers.
Exactly. But this is a lot of things. Like, there's a big difference between people who are a brand,
right?
People who do this just for fun,
right?
And people who just got nothing else better to do. You know what I mean? And respectfully, in all these different lanes, if you don't ever really want to be as stressed when things like these, like situations like this happen, or when shit really hits the fan, and you got to be prepared. And I felt similar to what people were going through with TikTok in two situations. I remember when Vine shut down. For all the OGs who know, Vine was one of those platforms where, you had a chance to grow. I think it's actually the first original short content form platform, or app. Yeah. So that was, before TikTok. A lot of people grew fast on there. I was growing fast on there, making little skits and stuff about like my art or whatever music I was making at the time. And then one time when one of my accounts was taken down. So when I went through those two situations at those two different times in my life, that's when I learned like anything could happen. A platform could shut down to you, whether it's out of your control or it is in your control. You just got to be prepared. And I feel like this should be a learning lesson for anybody right now who is a creator or a brand. Collect your email subscribers. You could grow a following on these platforms. You still got to remember, it's yours, but it's not really yours. You're on their platform.
Right.
You got to have your own website. A lot of people, I get it. It's a lot. It's a lot of work to sit there and create a website. It's a lot of work to sit there and collect data, but you have to do it. You got to have that cushion. And it's a learning lesson for a lot of people, and it would suck if you lose that, but you got to have a backup. You got to be ready to, switch lanes, you know what I mean? When exit's not, available.
No, I agree with that. I think one of the biggest things you really got to take from this is just the power of like social media in general, because I didn't know how much business was really connected to TikTok. I didn't realize how much.
Didn't know that?
I mean, bro, I personally have not been using TikTok as an essence for like our business and the business that we do here, or in my own personal business, because I just felt like, and this is just me, I don't like that it feels as though a lot of social media brands will take black creatives, allow them to really control the trends in the medium and a lot of the popular content, but not fairly compensate them. So I've often always argued like, hey, let's just be independent, because at least I know I'm getting my value out of it. Because if I'm working with TikTok and I'm producing for them on like a top tier level, there's no guarantee that they're gonna like respectfully pay me what I feel like I'm worth, or they're gonna limit my exposure to others, which I just don't like. So I always just try to get it out the mud, go meet fans where they are type energy. But now that I'm seeing
marketing.
Yeah, I'm real big on guerrilla marketing. You've seen that.
Yeah, of course.
But one thing I didn't realize is with the shutdown is how many people actually like were dependent on TikTok for their income. And that being said, I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, as a business, Yeah, you can't let that type of business just get out of the. Instagram's not going to be able to fulfill the amount of business that TikTok was doing between shops, sales, and creators. Nah, no way. No way.
But that's why it's important. Now, another thing, I like what you said. Something that I always struggle with and battle with as a creative, the algorithm, how it works nowadays. Because, obviously being on these social media platforms for a long time, I remember a point in time where it didn't feel so controlled,
Yeah.
If you posted something, if people naturally saw it, it just showed up on everybody's feed. And I remember, the chronological order, like by time, you would grow in a way that felt, I wouldn't even say easier, but more in the hands of the people.
Yeah.
Now it's
Feels
the
like
algorithm kind of looks at it. It's either you're paying to play or you're doing something that the algorithm finds acceptable to push today. And I see that as like a great thing, but it's like I could also see it as like why it's so hard, because as a creative, it's almost like the algorithm controls what you should make.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I've said before that, like, that's one of the reasons why me personally this year I'm getting into skits, because based off of all the research I've done on the algorithms across any social media platform, skits have more traction and more virality than any other type of content, except for like maybe educated content. But I don't really want to give y'all the sauce on how I do my videos just yet, so I'm just gonna do skits.
You're not gonna start a biz course?
Not yet. We're not there yet.
I feel that. Because
I've been gonna start an Aussie course.
You can't copy this.
Exactly my point. There you go.
You can learn.
You can learn, but you can learn from the outside looking in. I'm not gonna give you how I win. Like, it's just what it is.
But what I actually do want people to learn, if anything, from me is, or from us or whatever we're doing, there's nothing wrong with taking knowledge on like how to build yourself. Now, how you do it within the lane of how you build yourself, that's where I feel like you got to learn as an individual how to, because someone could be another video editor like you.
Facts.
But they got to have their own style when it comes to creating a video. And that's a big thing I'm on too with the art.
Yeah.
I don't advise anyone who looks up to like what I'm doing as an artist or wants to really do what I'm doing to, make their art look like my art.
Yeah.
You're already messing up. And you already know I have a huge history of people that feel like that's the lane to go. And I'm here to tell you, from the horse's mouth, don't do that. And it's not that I'm worried. It's not a competition thing. It's nothing like that. It's more like you're already setting yourself up for failure by trying to be too much like the next person.
Right. You're not showing people who you are because you're so busy showing them who you want to be like.
Exactly. And that's all I be saying, because when I was doing my videos top of the year last year, there were some people who agreed with me, and there's some people that said, "Oh, you should be grateful. You should be flattered." And it's like, okay, I hear you, I understand, but I'm not even coming from that type of energy. I'm trying to give them the energy that, like, look, you can look up and be inspired by what I'm doing as an artist, but what I'm doing to create the art, you gotta just lock in.
Yeah.
Get in that hyperbolic time chamber, my boy, and come up with your own signature. And it's gonna take time. And I'm still perfecting mine. And it's been years. But since I put that time in the beginning and I didn't launch trying to look like somebody else, that's why I feel like, as an artist, I'm in a very, just glorious lane where it's like, okay, this is Ozzy style, it. So I feel like a lot of artists should know that,
No, I agree with that. Now, something I wanted to ask you about the TikTok ban. How do you feel about all the other apps that went down with TikTok? Because I think people just thought it was going to be just TikTok, but CapCut's gone.
Yeah.
There are a couple of games owned by the same company that are gone. So now it's more than just impacting people who want to dance and make skits and talk to people on live stream. Now the editors behind those people possibly are out of a job too.
So as an editor, that doesn't really affect or bother me because, people like us, we use like software. So,
True.
And it's nothing against people who use apps to edit. I think that's cool. I had to adjust too because I come from, we come from an era where, you got to really get a program,
Yep.
Learn every aspect of the program, use your mouse to click, cut, slice, whatever program, you got to learn the universal language of how to edit on those timelines.
Yeah.
Now, with this new era, I do remember taking some time to learn how to, use my thumbs and do everything with the clicking. And don't get me wrong, it is very, very convenient to a lot of the old way. But the best thing is, no one's really controlling your projects on your own computer, On your phone, yeah. 'Cause I did see a lot of creators like, yo, I have no access to something I had in my drafts.
Yeah.
That sucks.
That
And
sucks.
I could only imagine. That's equivalent to us working on something for hours and the computer
And
crashing.
it just locks. Like,
Yeah.
like you. I wake up tomorrow, Final Cut just
Yeah.
locked. Like what?
Or your
Wait,
computer
what?
crashing, you can't get them files back.
Especially
Once
if
it's
you pay
gone,
for,
it's
like,
gone.
Pro, if you pay for CapCut Pro, like they took the money, but they shut your stuff down.
Yeah. Man.
Ugh, that's a terrible feeling.
All right, so I'm gonna give my opinion on this. There's nothing wrong with editing on apps, but as someone who uses programs, I feel this is a time for a lot of creators, businesses, and brands to level up your skills a little bit. Get a software and learn. Now, get me wrong, it is a lot more difficult. I know it's not user friendly. I know it's not easy, but like we're like balancing what's easy along with like what's sustainable.
Right.
Because I ain't never had an issue where like, you know,
My software is gonna shut down.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I might have had an issue where like I didn't save the last project or the computer froze or a reboot or whatever, you know, but that's just given with it. But you learn throughout time how to save, have multiple copies, you know, just more of a parachute when it comes to you know, jumping out and making your content. When it comes to these apps and platforms, do not trust them, do not rely on them, especially if you are running a business and a brand. Like to me, right, and I'm gonna be honest, this is how I feel. Putting all your eggs in one basket on TikTok, CapCut, and a lot of these things as a business and a brand is like keeping your savings in Cash App. Would you do it?
Hell no.
All right.
I
And
would
honestly,
never trust
respectfully, if
Cash
there's
App.
anybody out there that's doing it right now, I'm sorry,
No.
but if the
I'm
shoe
one-
fits, you got to reevaluate yourself, my
I'm
boy.
one bad night from a very bad year.
That is egregious work. You
That's a
should
horrible
never-
idea.
you
No,
should-
not at all. I barely trust Cash App with a stock, let alone.
But that's what
my
I'm saying.
savings.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
No, you're right. Okay, that does make
You
sense.
were literally keeping your life savings of your brand, your content, who you are, how you do it, as if you're keeping your life savings in Cash App. Cash App could shut down tomorrow and your savings is not there, my boy.
Oof, that's terrifying.
So don't do it. You know what I mean? Now, like I said, some people are going to stick to what they know and stick to what's easy. And that I actually understand. But if you really want to take this serious, you really want to get to the next level, this is your time. You're calling. If you're going through, or if you went through, or if you're currently going through any of this shutdown and ban, and that's affecting your brand and business, this is your time to level it up. This is your time to, you know, ascend to the next level of content creation, ascend to the next level of business.
Now, I do want to ask, since TikTok was shutting down, like, you know, do you think someone's going to come in and fill that gap? Like when Vine shut down, TikTok appeared. Do you think someone's going to eventually shut down that gap? And also, how do you feel about Instagram's new editing system?
I haven't tried it yet, but like I said, you know, I'm a software person.
Right.
Nothing compares to me using software than what an app can provide as like a mini, you know, editing thing. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. Like if I'm, you know, 'cause I love correlations. It's no different than a photographer that loves to shoot manual. It's no different than a driver that loves to drive manual. You get what I'm saying? There's always gonna be a certain aspect of what they provide versus like what's embedded. You know, if like what you really do. Right. So I'll try it, but I'm probably gonna use it to just do like little 5-10 second clips. Right. You know,
that makes sense.
So like my real products that are really promoting the brand, really showcasing the brand and the business. Hell no, I'm not using it for that. It's not for me, and you know it's not for you too. But you know, if you want to do some quick shit, knock out some quick shit.
I don't trust Instagram, so I'm not gonna do that.
Exactly.
Y'all like to copy paste too much.
But to your other question, what do I feel is coming next? I feel like if TikTok is truly here to stay, I feel like we're in a place and a time where these companies now learn from the past on how to really stick around. Look at Instagram. As much as we may dislike the algorithm, its random updates and how it be changing and how it controls a lot, it's still here. MySpace isn't here. You know what I mean? Facebook is just for, you know, the old heads, the OGs, and maybe your parents and cousins and family. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you're still posting on Facebook right now under a certain age, I got questions for you because why are you not on the other stuff? But I feel like they're so smart and advanced, and they know how to monopolize enough to last. So I don't really see anything coming for the spot right now, you know? Okay. There might be another niche of stuff that people like to use, but I don't really see it, like, going anywhere, at least right now, because, like I said, Instagram is still here, and that's been out since 2010.
Jesus, for real?
Yes, I remember making my first account in 2011.
Yo, that's crazy.
But this is before you could even DM people. You could just comment and post pictures.
Yo.
With, like, 5 filters.
All right, so You already said that today. One of the other topics that we're gonna talk about. Unless was there something else you want to say about TikTok?
Nah. So what I gotta say. Listen, up your content. Collect your emails.
Facts.
Start a website. Make your own platform. Do not trust these platforms. They're not gonna be here for you. If you're doing that, I'm telling you, it's no different than keeping your life savings in Cash App. Don't do it.
Also, shout out to our whole production team here, and also shout out to Jump Raw. If y'all looking to get your Valentine's Day photo shoots in, look, we got the studio already prepped for y'all. We got the backdrops.
Yes.
We're going to get y'all the rose petals. We're going to make sure y'all are set, ready to go. So if y'all trying to do something special for that person in your life, or you know what? If you just trying to do something special for you, make sure you come on over to the studio, man. We got package deals for all the Valentine's Day shoots. We're going to also be dropping some other content for Valentine's Day personally as a studio. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that. All right, so the other part to the TikTok situation I want to talk about is the president that's about to go into office today. Come on.
Donnie.
Got to get into it. The old Donnie Don. Can you believe what has occurred over the last 8 years since 2016 when this man said he was going to get elected?
Donnie is the main character supervillain of an anime called America.
I feel that. I feel that at every level, bro.
My boy,
at every level. Like,
he legit wants to be the superhero villain.
yeah, bro. Like, bro. To me, Donnie is the
so
epitome of America. Like, everything America once said, that man stood on, and like, it's kind of wild. He's showing us how money can allow you to subvent the law. Like, you don't even gotta, whatever the law said. Yeah,
bro, a 2-time felon.
Bro, 34 felonies ain't touching not one piece of them. Like, they're all gone. And then it's just like the most America thing. Like,
I saved TikTok.
Bro, like I banned TikTok and I saved it. Bro, what? Like,
Bro is on a generational run of just delinquency running the country. It is like, as a president, it definitely feels different as a grown adult that this is what I have to witness, because as a younger child, it's like it felt like the most serious thing.
Right.
Now it just feels like it's just a reality TV show.
If that.
But as a businessman, I gotta sit here and I gotta just tip my hat to how toxic he puts things together to work in his favor. I'm not saying it's right.
Not saying
but if we're just talking as a business, it's so ridiculous and clever that it's like, bro, he's doing whatever it takes by any means. And does it affect all of our lives? Yes.
Yeah, but like,
bro is different, bro. Bro possibly, allegedly fake getting shot. Walked out to Many Men by 50 Cent, allegedly. I don't know if that actually happened.
Right.
I just saw memes of it, so I assumed it happened.
It's all memes of it, so we don't know.
Bro said, bro gaslit the entire Generation Z or X or whatever to take something that they truly love, TikTok, and then sit here and wait 4 years to say, I'll consider bringing it back. Yep. I brought it back.
While putting all the people in place to do it. Like, so it's like, oh, the Supreme Court's going to hold it up. You mean the same Supreme Court that he picked to be the... Like, bro, he did all of this. What are you talking about? He set this up so beautifully that, like, he created a problem and then became the solution. And it's like...
And that's what I'm saying. As a business, this is what everybody does. Everybody creates the problem and then sells you the solution.
That's fact.
So he's literally just taking a page, like the oldest page out of the book of business. And it's like, when I look at it as business, just presidency aside, all politics aside, it's a wild move, but I cannot be mad at it. But as a president, it's ridiculous.
I want to be mad, but like as a business owner looking at it, I see a bunch of really cohesive business tactics that were used to win politics, and I want to be mad because I'm mad that the American people low-key fell for it. But at the same time, look, he's out here selling y'all MAGA everything. He done dropped a meme coin. Y'all done made it valued at $31 billion before letting it skyfall to buy Melania coins. Like
he's a brand.
He's just
branding himself as a president, you know?
Firing. This is after at the top of the year where he dropped the America shoes. The gold joints. Like, let's not forget.
You getting the Trump 7s?
Boy, got the Trump 7, bro. He had the Air Force step of ones out. Like, he's just a different type of president. He's not the president that you expected, but he's at least hella.
And he's from Queens, New York.
Yeah, that part doesn't help things at all.
Shout out Queens, bro.
Shout out New York, man. But yeah, it's a crazy situation.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna cast my judgments on what he's gonna do during this presidency. I'm gonna hope for the best. I'm going to hope for the best. I'm gonna hope that he does, things on behalf of the American people and really puts his foot forward with that. I hope he considers everybody. I hope he doesn't just consider the rich or those he knows. I hope he considers everyone, even the ones he doesn't, or the ones that support him. I really think that if he used his platform and his unique way of being himself to really just show people that he cares more about America and draining the swamp than he does about all the other things, he's going to get all – he might end up on a dollar bill.
That's wild.
He might end up on a dollar bill, all right? They've been itching to get a new dollar bill in there. He might be the one.
That's crazy. There's so much other choices before him.
There is
so much other choices.
But he's Donnie.
But I wanted to jump right in before we get into the next topic of AI, because this can kind of help segue into it.
Yeah.
Strategies that we're using to adopt to modern social media. Because it's a lot different. Like I said earlier, Instagram is a lot different than it was, years ago, and we've learned so much, so many different tricks, tactics, strategies to get attention, sales, or, you know what I mean? Like, as a brand for you, because, you are your own brand, That Nerd Named Biz, what is some stuff that you feel that you're adapting to now, like 2025?
I mean, one, I'm making a lot more content focused around reactions to stuff, because that's the biggest thing. Okay, yeah, I make a lot more focused content around reactions, just because it seems like it's the most valuable content we can make. The other thing I do is I'm trying to get way more into skits and then more educational content. Those are the three big ones that seem to really always do the numbers on social media. So I want to start doing more of that to really start using the marketing and promo and just getting more of the information out there at the same time as being like entertainment and engaging.
Okay.
So that's my tactic for 2024, man.
Yeah, and we're changing up the way we're doing marketing. Make sure you go to the YouTube, subscribe, comment, and share. This shit isn't easy podcast. You know what I mean? This is a podcast that if you're here with us, you are here to see the value and just the journey of being an entrepreneur. If you want to be a guest, DM us. We're open to anybody that is really doing something. Do not come up on this show if you ain't really taking your business serious. We will take the time to talk to people who are starting out, but like, don't come up here if you ain't really putting in that work. You know what I mean? This is a platform where we are doing this like for real. Business owner who's been doing this for years. I've been doing this for years, and we want to have serious conversations about what it takes to keep going for years. You know what I mean? This isn't just a trend. You know what I mean? We're doing this for real. We have a Valentine's Day sale going on, so check out the Valentine's Day sale. There's a secret buy one, get one code right now for the canvases, as you see. These lovely canvases that I've created on behalf of the Vyrus Graphics brand. Check those out. We got posters. We got the gold cards. Shout out to That Nerd Named Biz. The gold cards.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, they took off way bigger than I thought they would.
You started something.
Yeah, we really did.
We gonna get into it though. But shout out to this guy right here. I've put my art on a lot of great things, but Biz, I appreciate you, my brother, like for really sitting down and coming up with something new for me to give the people that's collectible.
Real quick on YouTube, we had a couple of commenters already jump in. We got King Grell.
My boy King Drell. Shout out this podcast is real, man.
Yeah. And then we got my boy Cameron Cox. This is my homeboy who I've known most of my life. He says IG making an editing app now. Yeah, like I said, y'all gotta look on the lookout for that.
Shit.
I'm probably not gonna use it, but it's gonna be out there. Make sure y'all check it out.
I'm a software nigga, you heard?
I know, bro. Hold on. First, we gotta upgrade your software.
Hold on, wait.
We gotta work.
Oh, don't do that to me, bro.
We gotta work on that. Nah. Hey,
Why you do that
for all my editors out there, y'all let us know in the comments. What is y'all software program of use? What do y'all edit on? Because we gonna get into that on another episode.
Listen, if it works, it works, bro. I use Sony Vegas. Yes, it is a reptile editing software. But hey, listen, y'all like my videos, right? I make it work. I do need to upgrade. I'm stuck in my ways.
I heard him. If you like the videos, just remember he's doing all that on a Sony Vegas. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's something.
Hey man, back in the day when you couldn't afford programs and they didn't have subscriptions, you gotta get out the mud. We're talking LimeWire, bro. We're talking Keygens, hacks. You don't gotta do that no more. Just pay your $54.95 a month and you good. You can use it all you want. But back then, bro, we had to really be in there hacking, and I'm still using it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, man.
Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah, if you do iMovie, stuff like that, I mean, that's an option too, but you got to have a Mac. You don't got a Mac. So, Windows, you got Premiere Pro, you had CapCut, but you know what happened with that.
I know. I get told this all the time, but listen, it still creates a lot of this. So, do I really got to change it?
I mean, hey, that's fair. It has made a lot so far. Hey, King Drell, I have the app on my phone that I use. Hey, hey, man, you Sony Vegas boys, y'all be sticking together. Look, let's jump into this topic of AI, man, because y'all know I'm the human AI himself. So yes. I got some opinions on this one. I ain't gonna cap with you.
All right, so let me can I start on this one?
Yeah, bro, right, it's all you.
So, I've always known that AI was out there. I've always known it was a thing, but I will say it wasn't until last year it became a situation within the art community or just in anybody's industry that it's something that can potentially take away from creativity and what people are doing and possibly steal and, recreate what real artists are out here doing. And my opinions of it still stand, but I've also seen a different side of it to where I understand it. So if I'm going to just touch on it real quick, as an artist, I'm not for AI art as an artist. If you sit here and say you created this or this is your art and all you put in was some prompts, I'm sorry, I can't give you no respect as an artist because when you're really creating art, it comes with time, it comes with precision, it comes with knowledge, it comes with experience. This is stuff that we spend years to perfect. You know what I mean? So I understand it takes some time to, get the right prompts and, teach the AI what to do, what to grab from, to create a beautiful, generated piece. But at the same time, I personally can't respect it. I personally do not care for it. And I don't personally ever, see myself switching to that type or that form of media to sit here and say, yeah, this is my art, But a couple months later, learning about it, getting into it, seeing all what comes with it. As a content creator, though, that shit's pretty epic.
Hey.
It's pretty epic. I'm not going to lie. One of my recent videos I just recently posted, which was the Mortal Kombat video of me and my different costumes I've been doing to promote the brand. Just being able to feed it a picture and write a prompt of telling it to make this picture animate to do something is kind of cool. Now, also, it does affect jobs of people because back then I would have to either know how to edit it myself or hire someone to create that. But to know that within seconds or minutes that it can take an image and create, even if it's not the best, a little 5 to 10 second clip, it's kind of cool. So that's my opinion on it. For production, it's awesome. As an artist, I ain't with it. No bueno. If you out here posting AR since you an artist, get the fuck up out of here.
Nah, I feel that. Now y'all know me. I love me a good AI. I've been after a Jarvis since I was about 10. And I'm pretty close to getting me a Jarvis right about now. This is the closest I've ever felt to Tony Stark level in life. I cannot hate on this. Now there are some things I want to say about AI before I say all the positive things. Negative things. Some of y'all is being lazy and y'all are pump faking that y'all are artists when y'all are AI prompters. Okay, don't do that. That's not cool. Secondly, y'all saying that AI is going to replace movies, film directors, creatives? No. Will it get really close? Yes, but things with no soul never get very far. Take that how you will. The third biggest thing about AI that's a negative that I really don't like is that I see a level of corporate laziness coming with it. That worries me. Corporations are very big at trying to find the cheapest option in order to do things. And sometimes that causes the quality of what they're trying to do to lack. With AI, they have to now do the least amount and still can create what looks like really good content, but it has no soul to it, so people aren't going to really like it. They'll think that they like it, but really people are mostly roasting it to the heavens in the comments.
Yeah.
So when you put it all together, there are a lot of things about AI that are negative. There are a lot of things that it's being misused for, like y'all using AI to deep fake adult content. Stop. Just stop. It's not needed. It's creepy. It's weird. Just don't do that. Don't use it for malicious, evil intent purposes. That being said, AI on Photoshop, can't hate. Sorry, that's become a vital tool in my toolbox. I really wish I could give that back, but sometimes when you're in pinch and you don't got a lot of time and you need to make something dope.
That's what I'm saying. As someone who is using it for production,
Great to have.
I respect it because when you're a content creator, business or brand, I understand the deadlines, I understand the timing, I understand how important it is to, use the resources that you only have amongst you to create something great.
Right.
And if this is a tool that is allowing us to have that for the fraction of like the price and time, even though it is taking out of someone else's job,
Right.
I understand it. But then again, if you never had the money to pay for someone for that, are you really taking from them?
No,
people who are really going to pay for that
they're going to pay for it no matter what.
They're going to pay for it. Someone who doesn't have it is going to work with what they got.
I agree with that.
So I get it, and I respect it in that sense, and I think it's pretty awesome, feeding some prompts to take an image of what I got going on and create it into something. That's been super helpful and really amazing in terms of marketing. But that's how I decided to use it. But like I said, I still stand on it as an artist, and that's how I balance a tool. Like I said, we got to look at AI as any other tool. To me, it's like a weapon. You can either use a weapon to protect yourself or to harm others. So you can harm others in terms of stealing other people's art, style. Shit, earlier this year, I saw a Ozzyoz AI prompt, and that was
terrifying.
That was
terrifying.
So how I feel on it, it was weird because it was like, okay, somebody really studied me. Like I felt like we gonna go to some anime shit. I felt like in Dragon Ball Z when the android said that they've been studying Goku to fight him. Like I felt like that. Like okay, so someone took the time out to take someone like my style and throw it into a prompt. It was a very weird feeling. But once I really seen like some of the generated or prompts that it's created, this shit ain't touching me, bro.
Motherfuckers can't draw hands.
Yeah,
like for real. That's the easiest determinator. Cannot draw
but
hands.
Then it's not gonna come up with the stuff.
And
so unless you're as creative as someone like me or an artist that really has the creative mind, you still have to feed it to the AI.
Right.
And whatever it's coming with, at least from now in this era, in this time it's recording, it's just a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it, and I personally feel if you're an artist right now and you're watching this, do not be worried about AI. It is just another tool. I don't think it's gonna take any of our jobs. I don't think it's gonna take any missed opportunities from us. I feel like it may hinder potential opportunities and stuff that we got going on, but I don't think it's gonna take because you know what? Real recognize real art to me is always still gonna live. And I got that level of delusion. I feel like we're gonna be here regardless. You can't take away something that's great. You could copy it, but you're not gonna take it away.
I disagree, folks. Some of y'all gonna lose y'all jobs. I'm sorry to tell y'all. Some of y'all gonna
well, listen, if you ain't talented enough,
kind of mediocre to start off the game with. Look, I'm gonna be real. There are certain things I'm mediocre at, and I know an AI will beat me at it. You telling me if an AI can come up with better, like quick cut, if y'all want the beautiful quick cut, cap cut edits, and you're telling me an AI I can feed all of my general content to, and it'll quick cut that together, I'm sorry. Yo, whatever Fiverr artist I was gonna pay that money, you're gone. Whatever young blood I was gonna spend that money on, you're gone. Guy's getting the money. That AI is getting the money, and I'm going to invest in it getting better. It just makes sense to me as a consumer and a business owner because I've noticed nobody really cares about quality no more. Y'all care about speed.
But quality is what lasts.
In a world where it cares about speed, in your one video that lasts, I'm going to put out 100 videos that may not last, but I got 100 of them. So
all right. You can put out 100 cars that keep breaking the warranty and going back to the shop, or you could get that one car that lasts you forever, for years.
Buying them. Hey, that's not my concern. If you buy them, you buy them. Like,
I guess I see what you're saying. I get it. To an extent, I get it.
And the thing about it is with videos, it's a free product. It's not so much like there's a consumer on the other side buying the product for me. It's a completely free product that I'm just hitting you with on a daily basis. So my best videos will be made by me. But the stuff I'm just putting out on a daily basis, I might have to get AI in the game for that.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a little mix of both.
Well,
am I going to let it edit a film for me? Hell nah. Hell no.
But see, that's where quality comes in. And that's where I feel like if you... So I got to say this. Look, if you're an artist, you're a creator, if you're doing anything out here, there's a lot of threats against your industry, and there's a lot of threats against what you're doing and, and what could take away from what you do. This is the time to really step your shit up.
Yeah. Absolutely.
If you are playing around, if you're not, like, full in on this, you're not fooling on your art, your craft, your business, this is your wake-up call.
Yeah.
AI is around, TikTok ban, CapCut going, all this different stuff. These are your signs. These are your times to really sit in, lock the fuck in, and become great. Become so great, become so undeniably great at what you do that nothing can come close to replacing you.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And I think this is a real serious thing because I remember feeling like this a couple years ago, like, and I'm still feeling like that now. I'm still hungry for that right now. And I think because of that, it's helping me work through the threats around me, you know?
Yeah.
I can see how it can be a threat. I can see how it could be another obstacle, but come on, like, the shit isn't easy. There's always going to be obstacles.
Like, AI is cool, but, like, there's really only one yapper, bro. Like, there's only one you. Only you can sell your artwork.
You got to put in that work to make
but
you.
Exactly.
So if you haven't put in that work, if you're not starting
Exactly.
today from these years on moving forward, then yeah,
Exactly.
I'll agree with your other statement. Yeah, you're cooked. You're out of here.
Cooked.
Yeah, it's don't be the low hanging fruit of your industry.
Yeah.
Be the
absolutely.
best.
Be the best.
That's the only way to protect yourself against all of this right now.
Be able to use AI, but also be able to create without it. So that way you're so versatile that anybody who hires you is like, oh, you're doing so much. They don't need to know the look. Everybody don't need to know your secret sauce, bro. McDonald's ain't told you what's in a Big Mac sauce yet. There's a reason for that. Some things you keep to yourself. It's valuable. And how you make your stuff as an editor is valuable. Because truly, even the editors who tell you that they're giving you the sauce of how they edit, they're not giving you the sauce on how they edit, and you know it and I know it. Because none of your videos ever look like they videos. They give you just enough to make you feel like you're getting somewhere, but never what you need to really have the sauce. And that's what it is. It's not personal, but it's just until I know I'm out the game, I ain't giving up nothing in this game that's really going to handicap possibly me. Now, if I'm at a point where I'm, like, above the game, like, let's say I'm doing hard scale production. I don't give a fuck about my old sauce. Y'all can have all my editing tricks, tips, and tools because I don't even edit no more. I'm on a bigger level. You know what I mean? Like, I control production. I ain't editing in 2 years, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't do that no more.
Yeah, you got to level up.
So when you level up, it's no problem selling back your secrets then, but you got to be completely out of that field and onto something new.
All right.
Yeah.
I agree. So yeah, that's how we feel in AI business.
Oh, wait, but there's one part of AI that we didn't talk about.
Talk to me.
ChatGPT, that's Jarvis. That's Jarvis of the future right there. ChatGPT. If you're not using ChatGPT right now, I'm gonna tell you right now, your job is at risk on all levels. It doesn't matter what you do. If you're a chef, if you're a it doesn't matter. Okay, it's not so much how you use ChatGPT. It's what you use ChatGPT specifically for, because the goal of ChatGPT is that you're wanting to use it to learn faster or calculate data at a faster rate than what you normally do, making it easier for you to be able to dissect the information and get what you're trying to get out of it at a faster scale.
All right. Also, one last announcement. Events here at Vyrus Studios, the studio that we've been building and elevating to the highest level that I can possibly do as an entrepreneur and what the team is doing. We are now having events now. Yes, when I was putting up the studio for available for rent, a lot of people would come and, use it. But, now we are collaborating with you. We're going to come out of our way to help make your event come to life as long as it is something that makes sense, something that is fun, safe, and or profitable to just help us grow as a business. So we do have an event on the 7th. We have the Anime Mingle, Paint and Sip. We do have the event on the 8th, which is the Cars and Anime going on. So you'll see the flyers. We'll probably post them here on the thing. But make sure you come out. If you're in the Florida or Orlando area, come to Vyrus Studios. Come meet that nerd named Biz. Come meet the team. Come get some artwork signed. We're going to have a great time. And we're going to have more events. So if you want to run some events with us, let us know. We can run it up, see what it takes.
If y'all liking the podcast so far, can we see it in the chat real quick? We're going to read chats real quick while Ozzy gets these comments from his phone.
Yeah, I got
Hey,
it.
so far we got Cameron in the chat, King Drell in the chat. We got Lucy in the chat. Lucy said, Oz, you to go. I agree with you on AI, considering the art, since everything is art in a sense, but not all art deserves respect.
That boy cooking.
Yeesh.
I feel him on that.
That was tough. All right.
All
and
right.
then King Drell said, anything in the wrong hands can become evil. I believe that. I believe that ever since the day I heard about a slingshot.
Mm-hmm.
A rock with a rope? Woo! Crazy. Crazy. What do the comments say?
All right, cool. So you want to pick out some? You want to pick out some?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like I'm on the Internet Explorer type shit.
No, it's a screenshot. So it's two screenshots.
Okay, so these are some of the upcoming content that they want us to talk about.
It's just I just put up a question box on the Instagram and I told people just say whatever.
All right, boom. Here goes one that we're talking about as a business right now. How do you keep your business afloat after the holidays?
Hey, it ain't easy. We trying to figure it out right now. That's why we're here working. But what I can say is what I noticed after every ending holiday season, the best thing to do is to be fresh. Once Christmas and all the holiday season is over, if you really want to somehow keep working and keep lasting, if times are slow right now for your business, this is your time to sit down, recalculate, regroup. So for the rest of the year, of the next year, you're sailing. So I feel like a lot of businesses go. The only business right now that's striving right now is possibly the gym. That's it. The gym or anything that a
dietitians, any of those.
This is their time.
Yogi coaches, anybody trying to speak. If you're a Herbalife seller, this is the moment, right?
Yeah, you're good. But if we're talking art, branding, anything where everybody just kind of just supported you like 2 weeks ago or a couple weeks ago in December, I get it. Times is tough now. Times is slow. If it's not, hey, more power to you. But if it is, I get it, because even as a business that we are now, we are facing that, and that's okay. This is the time to regroup and recalculate, reevaluate, so you could, you know what I mean, keep flying forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I always say that after the holidays, you should not be expected to make any money through January, for real. I've always said that if you really want to do this business shit,
it's gonna be tough.
December is the goal. Like November, December, the goal is to make so much money that you can cover all your expenses for January, because you probably won't touch another dollar until February.
It's a fact.
More or less.
Let me pick out another one.
So that's what I always tell people. Oh, yeah. It's all about savings. It's all about savings and investing. So anything you make in November, invest. In December, hold on to and use that for January. Because I promise you, people act like they ain't got no money in January, and I don't blame them. But I promise you, as soon as February comes around, they got money. They got money. They got money for something. Y'all know what it is. So they got money, all right? Pick a holiday. They got money.
Got it. I'm going to read this next one from the Hoodie Chia TV. Shout out my guy. All right, he says, your must-have/needs as an independent artist could be utensils, characteristics, etc. Your must-haves. As an artist, I know that there's a lot of artists who aren't social. We typically have this thing about us where we're not the most outgoing. You know, we don't know how to talk to people. We're not really into talking to people. If we're just talking strictly art, you got to learn how to get out there. Or you got to have someone that's there to do it for you. But I wouldn't suggest it, because no one's going to sit there and take care of your stuff as much as you are. You know what I mean? Someone can come close, but, like, you got to be the one to be out there and doing it. So you definitely got to have that personality to get out there and let people know who you are. Or your work just got to be so fire that it just speaks for itself, and you don't even got to say nothing. But that's a very slim chance to get it that way.
I mean, you can get it that way, but it's easier to get it that way off your personality in this day and age. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because it's not so much about how good your work is in the face of how good you are as a personality in front of your work. That's really what the game plans become about.
Yeah, so that's it. Just learn how to be out there. Don't be afraid to get out there, and just be somebody that you will love to meet. That's what I say as an artist, and you can't lose that way. So hopefully you have the right interpretation of that.
Okay, so somebody wanted to know about like your creative process. So my creative process when it comes to the cards and the business and all that, it really just comes down to like and this is just me. So like, for example, the reason why I created like the gold cards y'all see here, the reason why I made these was because I was trying to fulfill a spot in the market that I felt like was missing. So I'm always trying to fix problems and needs as a business. That's where my brain has always been, in a place that I was told this is where you'll make the most money. Find a problem and fix it. The number one problem I always see at cons, conventions, everywhere is that there is not a solid item that they can buy that has high quality art that's already valuable, that also they can travel with and get signed by the voice actors that are there. Mm-hmm. That's where we created the gold cards. So the gold cards kind of fulfill that need, because instead of being paper or plastic, which is breakable, damageable, bendable, crackable in multiple ways, gold is gold and metal is metal, so which means it's much harder to bend, break, or have any of those damages too. Plus, it already looks like art with this like shining ability to it. And then the best part about it is it's smaller than a cell phone. So there's no issue putting this in your pocket, going through TSA after it's signed, sealing it up, and getting it home safely. And at the same time, you're investing into the artist you get it from. You're investing into his overall branding. So by doing that, you're making his value higher. The artist gets bigger, the value of the gold cards gets bigger, the value of the gold cards gets bigger, the value of the signature on the gold card gets bigger, because either the artist is going to blow the card up, the voice actor is going to blow the card up, or the card is going to blow itself up because it's gold and nobody has it. So it's just a three-pronged system to deal with one problem. So I just thought of it as the best way to do it. And then the new problem became, all right, now we got a lot of gold cards, but we need something else that's going to really entice people. This is America. Everybody likes to gamble a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit. Just a little bit. Get a little taste. Because we're raised like that after the Pokemon era. The 90s kids got blessed with Pokemon. It changed the whole game. Now, that gambling is in your blood. Yeah. So I wanted to really go back to that nostalgia piece with that. And I wanted to really tap into the nostalgia of the original Pokemon movie. When it first came out, they had gold-plated cards that came out with the Pokemon. I was like, man, that's so cool. But they never dropped packs. They never made it so you could win prizes. There was never a chance you could get like official Pokeball merch or anything like that. So we made sure to add all that to our packs. So our packs are basically like the conglomeration of everything I wanted as a kid and all the problems I felt like we were facing in the industry.
Yeah, and like you said, you could open up a pack and either get a rare card that's not on the website. Right. You could open a pack and get a prize card, which we will be sending you a free random prize from the studio. So I think that's dope. So, hey, listen, man. We got the waifu pack. We got the waifu pack 2.0 coming out for Valentine's Hopefully by the time this video is out is there. We got the OG pack, you know what I mean, which is just beautiful to me. I love the design on this one. And we got the black pack. So check out our Valentine's Day sales to get the cards. Right. Check out Vyrus Trading Cards. Shout out That Nerd Named Biz. Shout out everybody on the team. And, yeah, we got awesome stuff. Also, the mugs.
Yeah, the mugs is cool. Yeah, if y'all like the mugs from To The Podcast, we got them on the site. They're going to be around for the holidays. Oh, okay, so we had one question in the chat that they wanted to know. I know we're getting close on the time, but I thought we'd do one question before we go, and then we could sign off. All right, so one of the questions from the YouTube that we just saw is this. How did y'all link up? Give us a quick history of how you guys met each other. How did we?
Pause. Yeah. How we met?
How did we like... No homo, but yeah.
Damn.
DreamCon, what, 22?
I think so.
Yeah, so DreamCon 22, if y'all know me, y'all know I'm very loud, very obnoxious. But I actually ended up, I was there with another client. Shout out One Up Inc. in Dallas. One of the best tattoo shops. Cool crowd of people there. I was there with them, shooting DreamCon with them. And we walked by Ozzy's booth, and I remember looking at his artwork and being like, "Man, this shit is just lit! Like this is one of the littest shit. Like as an artist looking at other art, I'm like, yo, this shit is so tough." And I remember I wasn't even meaning to be on their camera because Watkins in the building filming.
Shout out Big Wad, doggy.
Shout out Big Wad. But I was like, if you make $10,000 a month. And you a nerd, and you ain't got one of these in your house, bro. Your house suck. Like,
yeah, I remember that.
Fix the whole house. So.
I remember that clip. I'm like, yo, who is this tall ass, loud ass nigga?
So then the year after that, we chatted, throughout the year. Cause I was just trying to talk to him, about the YouTube channel. At that point, I think he had like 500, 600 subs, and I was like, bro, we could get that up. Like, no problem. We can get the YouTube numbers up. And we talked about that for a little while, but people are real nervous about YouTube and pulling the trigger on it. So, what came down to is that we had DreamCon 23 coming up for 2023, and I reached out to Ozzy about going to DreamCon, and he was like, look, I'm going, but I need somebody to film because we're gonna be selling and doing everything. And then we did DreamCon 23, and shit, it's on the YouTube channel. It was a movie. Like.
Yeah, it was a movie, and then ever since then we just been locking in, and now we're here in Orlando. Studio is healthy as a business. This shit isn't easy. There's been a lot of hiccups in my journey. There's been a lot of things that have steered me off course. There's been a lot of times where it's been hard to really like lock in and continue doing what I love. It's not easy. I've been through a lot of things where I had to adjust. I've had to maintain. And I appreciate someone like you. I appreciate my entire team. You guys are really helping me hold this all together because as an artist, all I want to do is just fucking draw, bro. But I can't just draw. I have to help set the the tone for everything for how it to be, so you guys can come in and help me get it there. Yeah. And that's what the team is about. That's why as an artist, you should be going out there, networking, get to know people, and build a team. You cannot do it by yourself, you know? You can have all the talent, but if you got no direction, you ain't going nowhere, Dre.
Facts. And it's always cool to have just somebody on your team to help things out. So, man, don't be afraid of teamwork and collaborating with people. Just make sure you find the right people. That's why I always tell him and everybody on the team, this is a team effort. Like, you know, it's never one of us, it's all of us. So just keep that in mind. But, yeah, I think that's going to be it for this week's episode. Is there anything you want to say to the people before we go today?
Listen, follow both of us. That nerd named Biz. Ozzyoz _Vyrus. Vyrus Studios. If you are in the Orlando, Florida area, please pop out. We have events damn near every weekend, you know, at the studio. If you're looking at the beautiful pictures that are on the page of the merch or any merch, shout out my guy Jump.Raw. That is the photographer of Vyrus Graphics right here. He's his own independent photographer. He does amazing work. But if you want that level of quality that we have, lock in with him. He has Valentine's Day rates and stuff all going on. He is also helping put together the whole setup of the studio and the podcast. That's an amazing guy right there. Shout out everybody on the team. All right, hey, listen, that's it for now. This shit ain't easy. Tune in next time. Send us some topics of what we should talk about in the next episode. We have no problem answering these questions. It's fun. There's still a lot more that we didn't get a chance to ask, but we'll either move it on to the next episode or we will bring up, you know, whatever else we feel like talking about.
Yeah, y'all keep sending us in stuff y'all want us to talk about, and we'll take it from there. Yes. We appreciate y'all.
It's Valentine's Day.
Yeah, man, we will see y'all soon, bro.
Your son's special.
Peace.
See, I poppin' my shit on the whole nother level. You playing, get sent to the door. Getting on me, I swear they keep calling my phone. I'm like, hold on, let me check the skill. If she gave on a date and I had a good place, so I'm back at the spot, she getting big like a prill. These niggas be soft on the bitch, but turned up off the purse. Well, I'm solid.
I'm telling you right now, this shit isn't easy.